Upstream. Professor Silly Tie here with my cousin
Frankie in the house.
Woo-woo. We are pretty excited. I bet you kids are excited. You guys got to go back to school this week. That would have been exciting, huh?
Oh, everybody loves school. And if parents love school?
Yeah, I think I see a lot of heads and a lot of yeses by the parents. There's a lot of them. Equally happy, I'm sure, on both fronts. Now, we're talking about being happy about school, but sometimes things are not as good as we want them to be. Sometimes we have situations that are not the way we want them to be. They're not as happy as we want them, or as easy as we want them, or exactly the way we thought things would turn out, the way we planned.
Like, you know, when you get shrimp at the store and you think it's the kind of shrimp without tails, and then you get them home and they still got the tails.
So more
Sometimes.
work for you? Is that the problem? Or
Yeah,
so
sometimes you just want to take a handful of shrimp and pop them in your mouth. And when they have the tails on, that's a lot of tails in your mouth.
Okay, well, this week's kind of a good news, not so good news maybe week. Good news is things are coming back in terms of Nova Scotia. Numbers are down for COVID. Kids are back in school. Restaurants are starting to open up. Maybe even some sports that you might be into are starting to get involved again.
Hashtag progress.
There you go. But there's a slight bad news, at least in my books. We heard that Cousin Frankie got him a ticket to go back to the bayou. He's on his way home, kids.
I am, Professor, and as you say, I have a lot of mixed emotions about this. You see, that's home for me, and I love my home, but I have really enjoyed my time here in Nova Scotia during this last, 16 months or so. It's been wonderful. There have been some hard times here, but there have been a lot of great times, and I try to be grateful for all the good times and all the good things that we've had while we've been together.
Yeah, now it's not been all sunny days and happy times. You were in a place where you don't know that many people. You're away from the rest of your family, your friends, and you're kind of stuck here. So how are you kind of making the best of this situation of going back home?
Well, Professor, I'm glad you asked. For you see, Nova Scotia will always have a sweet taste in my mouth and a place in my heart. That's a metaphor, but it also...
Maple syrup?
Maple syrup is something that we just don't have back home in the bayou, but there seems to be plenty of maple syrup to go around in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, you don't maple syrups there, do you?
Sometimes in this house, this maple syrup gets opened 4 or 5 times a day.
By you. You've really taken to the maple
Eggo
syrup.
waffles, French toast.
That's right. You just plow
Coffee?
it on. So you're taking my Costco maple syrup with you, are you? That's
Shrimp.
okay. That's fine. You
You
can
guys
have
ever
it.
try maple shrimp? It's not the worst.
Probably not. Okay, you can have it. So that's one way to kind of remember your good times here, even though you were kind of stuck here. You got to at least enjoy maple syrup while you were here.
Plus, all my friends are going to be like, Frankie, you have that much maple syrup? Because you can't get it in the bayou. They'll be like, that's $1,000 worth of maple syrup! Frankie!
That's right. You can sell
Be
them.
careful with that thing.
You make a good markup on that.
Costco, it's what, $2?
No, not quite. Okay, so that's good. Something a little sweet to remember. Some of the fun, different foods that you might eat here. Anything else?
Yeah, so there were some pretty dark days there where we had to just sort of stay in the family bubble and never see anybody else. And don't get me wrong, I love you, Professor. and I love spending time with you.
Yeah,
But sometimes enough is enough. You know what I'm saying, kids? So, during those times, we played a lot of Uno.
Uno.
You know? We played a lot of Uno, you know?
We did play a lot of Uno by the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing else to do.
So I want to take this game back,
Okay.
you know?
You're gonna take my cards too, are you?
Back
you
to
know
the
what?
bayou.
I've played enough Uno for a long time. You can take those with you to remind you of good times that we had, even though we couldn't go anywhere. Which is
I'll
kinda
bring them
stinky.
back when I visit.
Okay.
I'll
that's
come
good.
back. I'll come back and visit. I love Nova Scotia and I love the professor here. She's my cousin.
Okay. Anything else? Do you want to take of mine?
Yeah, I'm gonna take your snowboard mitts. You
Those
see?
are not mine. Look at this side. Look at my hands.
Yeah, they're mine.
Yeah, you got those. I gave those to you for Christmas because you had never had a pair of ski mittens because you've never skied, never had snow in the bayou.
Ain't got no snow, ain't got no need for mittens, I guess.
Right.
But up here,
Right.
they're great.
So some people would consider snow not a really good thing. Like you weren't super excited how cold it was getting come January, February, but then we got the snow. We went snowboarding and skiing and he had a great time. Had the new mittens, he was warm and toasty.
Added benefit, I also have a walk-in freezer where I store shrimp down on the bayou. So
Still
sometimes,
useful down there.
when I'm in that
Excellent.
walk-in freezer,
Excellent.
I'll be using these bad boys.
Okay, well, I think the things that you've chosen actually are really good because those things can kind of represent not the best times, but you're making the best of it. The maple syrup, getting new food from a different country. The Uno, where the hours and hours of nowhere to go. Still had some fun. We had a lot of laughs. Of course, the snow mitts, trying out new things in a new place that was completely different. And you know what? I want you to have something that you'll remember me by a little bit more. And I hope you'll get a lot of use out of this, like I get a lot of use out of it.
Is it a Professor Silly tie tattoo?
No, it's one of my ties. I want to give you one of my ties so that when you get all dressed up, you can put that on and you can think of me. And you'll look really smart.
Professor, I will be the
It's
belle of the
backwards.
ball. So it is. Oh,
Well, I'll teach you how to wear it.
semi-formal? Formal. Oh gosh. I've never felt so sophisticated.
I'm gonna miss you, Frankie. I'm gonna miss you. So Frankie's around for a couple more weeks, and I'll get to enjoy lots of goodbyes. And if you guys want to say anything to Frankie before he takes off, send him an email. That'd be great. He would love to hear anything that you have to say to him before he takes off. So remember, in times that aren't as planned or not as you want them to be, still find reasons to be grateful, because then you find joy. And God gives us joy even when things are not the way we want them to be. So it's been a good year despite a lot of not good. And Frankie, I've really enjoyed having you stay with us.
What do you think would happen, kids?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, okay. See you later, kids.
Bye, kids!
Bye.